Today we are live. Yes, and we have another spiral book. Yes, it is Spiral Bound September. So remember the hashtag for this month is Spiral Bound September 20. So I'm going to pin this. So that's the hashtag we are using. In Facebook or Instagram. Or you can email me. I'm just writing where you can email me from the chat for pictures. So remember, you can pin me. That's the hashtag for September. So I decided to use Ellie Marks. I left the link down below in the description of this video where you can purchase this. But unfortunately, there are no more print versions apparently on Etsy. But you can still buy it as a PDF. So I put a little sticker on that, a little thingy, so we could know where the flag is, where we would be coloring today. So here we have a lot of different pencils we can use. I bought the Color Pastels, I bought the Black Widows, and I bought my Prismas. So I was thinking we do blonde hair. So we do a pale. Oh, I always hate when that happens, you know. There's a problem with some of my pencil cases. They just go in there and just boom. You go, why? You know, it's like. So I'm looking for the pale yellow colors. So this one is, no, that's neon. Just looking for the color of some pale. So I have my, as you guys can see, I have my swordfish. I have my half matte. I also recommend if you ever color that you get one of these graphite pencils. These come in real handy. So I'm going to go lightly with sand. I mean, we could always make a brown too. See where the hair takes me. I always like the Prismas. So if you go light enough with your Prismas, they don't break as much. I mean, they still break, but you have to remember these are meant to be layering pencils. They're not meant to be straight color pencils, at least not at first. I mean, you can. You know, and that's another reason why I think also for people who don't really like the Prismas, you just have to get used to them. They're not as easy, you know. And they're thinner pencil, remember that. I used to press really hard with them. Then I learned that you don't have to press as hard with them. I know, today I'm on. So come on, we see 2 thumbs up. I hope everybody's feeling good and well. Yeah, I was hoping that I would see Michelle, but that's okay. I didn't even go to check who else was up and around. So I see Colorful Dreams is up and alive. So I see JB from New York is up and around. I see Danielle had just finished a stream, I think so. So hello to the one person in the chat. You know, everything's been good, you know. You know, I have the dishes washed and I have a load that I'm almost done preparing of laundry to do today. It's a very overcast day today. So hence I'm like, I don't feel like going out. So then we go into that. Then we build up. People want to make her brown a little bit. It's called pastel lemon. A lot of people say they don't like these because they can't sharpen them and they break so easily. Here's another thing about Black Widows. They're kind of like prismas in a way. The thing about the Black Widows that I like is that they're affordable, you know. You won't break the bank if you have to get another set of. I think we're gonna do her brown. And this is what we call building color. So I need this to be a little better. The point fades. I'm sharpening up the half mat. So everybody say hello. Don't all say hello at once. I see 3 people in the chat. So hello everybody who's in the chat. So you see how the half mat sharpens your thing, nice and pointy. And I'm very close to actually finishing one of my top 10s. So that would be like the second book I finish. It's the fairy tale one. Of course, they make the most, you know, when you have the most difficult coloring book in the world to color, the last page. So that's what I've been working on. That's that last image in that fairy tales book. That's one with all these tiny little details. So if the sound is okay, let me know because I can't always tell if the sound is working on this thing. You know, I really like when the colors come together. This is from the Scorpion set. Now, these are what the original Black Widows look like. So, now, if I show you what the Cobras look like. See, this is what the original Black Widows look like. But the newer sets, they're going to look like this. When you get the new, if you buy the new, see, this is the new Cobra one. But this one, it looks, this is the original Cobra. So when you buy the new Black Widows, they're going to look like this. So keep that in mind when you buy in your replacements. gold just to get some texture into my hair. Ellie has some really nice stuff in her shop. Even if you don't manage to buy the print version of this, the thing about buying a PDF is that you can print it on your own paper. You know, I've been watching wrestling. I haven't heard about all the names that have been gone, but I know two names that people have reportedly said are gone. I'm like Mustafa Ali and Dolph Ziggler. I'm like really surprised because they've been featuring Mustafa on NXT a lot. So you see all the colors that came there. So now we want to add some. See, and here's one that's so tiny. I think this one is called Stink Bug. See, this is one pencil that's so tiny and so little. No, I'm gonna have to get to this is like something called tan. I think this is called dark tan. See, you can mix brands too. The thing I like about Prismas and is that I can mix them with for a lot of different brands. Same thing for Black Widows. See, I like this color of hair. I know, right? We're doing a lot of books that are spiral bound today. But that's what my hashtag is this month. So, and I decided to come on because I wanted to give you guys a stream. My mother doesn't like how my alcohol markers smell, so when I'm in this room, I cannot use my alcohol markers. Unless she's going to be away for some while to dissipate the smell of it. So it's the main living room TV stopped working, but I have the little room in my little room and it gets cable. So last night we were able to watch the start of the new American Horror Story. I'd like these kind of books because the paper, also the paper is really nice for pencils in this book. So you see the colors are really good. I don't know why it's like nothing is working well. Hold on. I heard something. Maybe that's my Amazon package come. What are the things for coloring supplies via the thing in there? So we had to go out just for like a second and see what came. So I hope everybody is enjoying everything. Sometimes you get something on your messenger app. I just thought if you I was live because they usually come. So let's see, this is SC18. No, I don't get to. So when I do get a chance to do it, it's a very overcast day. So I hope those people come. Hello to the one new person in the room. Say hello, we're not going to bite. Hello to the people who are in this room. I'm going to have to get more of these pencils. That's okay because they're not that expensive. You know, sometimes you have to readjust yourself. I feel like yellow sometimes is not a color we often use. So hold on, let me go to YouTube Studio. I see myself. as we are doing this. Michelle is streaming live. I didn't get the notification. It seems like me and Michelle always go live at the same time, so. I haven't been going live at all. For some reason. So I have to see what's going on in my thing. So I gotta see if somebody is. Sometimes I put the messages right. I'm trying to color in my spiral bound books as much as possible these days. So I got to see what's going on in the chat. You know, I'd like to see what's going on in the chat too. Too, so if there's a delay. So I just like to see what's going on in the chat too. Sometimes I can't see it unless I'm doing it. For some reason, my Black Widows are fighting this paper. Well, because let's hope this color lasts. So yeah, I like the AF matte because it sharpens them nice and sharp and long. Somebody asked me, what's the best set of skin tones? Now, it depends on what you like and your budget, you know. For me, I like skin tone. The best pencils to do skin tones really is Prismas, but if you don't have a lot of money, I recommend the Crayolas. Believe it or not, they have a skin tone thing. Hi, Angie D. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. I'm good. You know, everything is different here in California. You know, I'm living in California now, so it's very different. You know, the weather, the stores are very different. Yeah, I'm using the Black Widow from the It's really nice here. You know, the thing is, you guys know that I'm only working part-time because, you know, finding full-time jobs here, you know, in California, it's a very different state. The rules are very, very different here. Hey, Michelle, how are you? I know, right? My hashtag is Spiral Bound September. I'm trying to figure out how to download images from Instagram and then convert them into the thing so I can do a spreadsheet for do a slideshow at the end of the month. I'm also on the verge of finishing another coloring book, the Fairy Tales Color by Number by Color Quest Over, except the last picture in that book is a bonus page. And it's from one of those really detailed ones where everything is, the lines are so tiny and so detailed. So every day I try to do a little bit. You know, we try to do a little bit every day. You know, it's very hard here because it's kind of hard here, but I'm grateful to be working at all, you know, and having money come in, because otherwise I would never have anything coming in, you know. I'd be in big trouble if that happened. And I'm trying to pay down and every time I try to pay down my credit card bills, another thing comes up, you know, and then and it's so overcast today, so I'm going to do the ice cream. Now, I was explaining earlier when I work here that this old Black Widow, like if you get these are the original Black Widows, but if you get Black Widows, this is the new set of Cobras, but they look like the original set looked like this. So now if you buy the set again, they're going to come in the newer version. So keep that in mind when you buy the set. This is Everglade. I tell you, the Black Widows are really nice. Someone asked me, what are the best pencil sets if you go in to do skin tone? Well, I would recommend Black Widows. If you get the skin tone, get the light, the dark, and get the pastels. You know, like, I think I can do it in a few months, but what color should we make the flowers? I'm like trying to figure out, like, thinking pink, but these are, yeah. These are peach colors, and these are the color pastels. Now, I have the basic one set, but these are the pastels. So, if you want a set of pastels and you don't want to break your budget and you don't want to, and you can't afford whole lines, I recommend these. These are like really good. These were not a lot of money, but I go through these so, some of the colors I go through so fast. I know if I go through my colors like this, they're butter. You know, like I'm trying to pay down my debt so it doesn't carry until when I'm retired. You know what I mean? So you see the color, how it works. And this is called Coral. These pencils seem to like this paper. I think the Black Widows don't like this paper as much. You'll find that certain pencils don't like certain things. Like when I work in my coloring books, I pretty much use markers because a lot of the pencils get eaten up in it. I mean, you can use it, that book, but I find certain papers don't work as well. I'm thinking maybe a light purple for this. And I did order the 2 new Prismacolor ones that are replacing lilac and lavender. So hopefully, you know, they'll come soon. Okay, lilac and lavender are being replaced with amethyst and orchid, the colors names. I ordered them, so they should be coming. I don't know when they come in exactly because they were, that might because I didn't have any in stock like when I ordered them. So I know one of the color pencils is coming because they sent me a notice that it was on its way. So that I got a shipping confirmation. That doesn't mean I don't know when it's coming exactly. So. Plus, the other thing is, I have to be really careful with my money. So, and I ran out of certain color, you know, like my Copics, I ran out of ink on some of the things. And so then I'm like, I had to place an order for like I didn't have ink to replenish it. So I put that in. So 6 inks. Plus they upgraded the, see? Now we need to do the afternoon. Someone was asking me, where can I get, you know, on Facebook, someone was asking me, where can I get replacements for Christmas? And I go, well, you can go back to Amazon and order them, but I find that that's a little bit more of an expensive idea to do. So now we go to the skin. No, we can do green. We do green because there's some flowers. Always leaves. This is what is this? Cobalt green. I love coloring people and faces. You'll find that I really like that, and I'm starting to get like into the fall pictures a little bit. So downloaded a couple of things from. Actually, you probably see the PDFs in the finished pages. But my mother is saying about taking some of my PDFs, and she liked some of them, and I was like, which ones do you want to hang up? Because if you want to hang them up, I got to take a photo of them, and then there's ones that she wants to hang up on the wall. Yeah. That was something we never did in the old house. So here's how it is. I don't know how I'm going to feel about the new colors until I see them in action. You know what I mean? I'd have to make an addendum to one of my trucks. But it's not the worst thing in the world to make an addendum. Why did my car stop? Why is there no white? I like using white as my basis for all my colors. So before I even start any skin tone, we always put down white. I always put down white anyway, because it'll take a lot of the things out of it. So this is the white in the Prismas. So you can see that I use my Prismas. Anybody is curious, I use my Prismas excessively. So that tells you how much I actually use them. And don't worry, I have backups of them, so I never worry about running out of my Prismas. But then again, if I had known beforehand that they were going to run out of the lilac and lavender color, I probably would have bought more at the time. Like I bought my light peach. When I bought light peach, I have like 10. I think I have like 6 or 5 duplicates left of the light peach. So just so you guys know that I keep a lot of those colors in stock. So now we're going to do some skin tones. This is the Monarch. This is like the pastel set. This is Candy. Candy. And yes, I have 76. I have the 76 set of luminance. I want to eventually get the 24, but they're really, really pricey. Even for like the set of 20 portrait. I don't think that is a ask somebody for a set. Cream. It depends on the paper, Angie. Like certain books, it depends on the paper. Or if it's PDF. Like certain books, I use colored pencil. Like if I'm doing Kirby, that's colored pencil. Johann is colored pencil. If I'm doing PDF books, PDF images, that means like I print them out and then I color them, then I use marker. A lot of that is also, you know, sometimes the kids are around, so sometimes it depends if the book is double-sided or not. If the book is double-sided, then it's pencil. So it's all based on what we think is going to make a good color. Brown fog. Actually, you know, for a while I had actually taken a break from colored pencils and then started using markers more. But then when I went back to coloring with pencils, I actually found, well, it depends on the paper too, you know. Like if I'm doing the spiral bounce, like let's say the more glossy paper, then I use markers. If I'm using like something like Jade Summon, then it's markers. Let's say I'm doing like what's a hardcover? Clara Makova, then I use colored pencils and sometimes gel pens. You know, it all depends. Different. So, you know, it's not like one colored pencil fits every need. You know, it's the paper black. It's a Jade and it has black paper. I use that. The Nina Victoria books, I use markers in those. So this is ice cream. Every picture is going to be different depending, you know, every book is different. Depends on what you want to do with it, you know. Mushroom. Don't shy away. Play with it. And if you're scared to use pencils, get you know what I do? I get one of those little books from the newsstand, like something like a $2, $3 book on the newsstand, and do a color pencil there. Just so I can get the hang of using my pencils, especially if I get a new brand, one that I haven't used in a while. Now, I tell people, don't be afraid to use your pencils. They're there for a reason. Light mocha. And that's the fun part about experimenting. If you really are afraid of using pencils, here's what I do. Get a cheap little book like a Mandela book or something cheap, like a holiday book or seasonable like a Halloween coloring book or something like that. And then practice on those cheap papers until you feel comfortable with your colored pencils. Remember, you can always use different pencils too, just so you get a feel of what the pencils are going to be like. Not every paper is going to be. The other thing you have to remember is not every pencil is going to be made for things. I think this is Deco Pink or Salmon Pink. I'm not sure. Play around with your pencils too. Let's come to where you can always get freebies on the internet. Download them and then print them onto the paper you like. And then that's also another way to test what you like on your pencils. But when I print, I usually print on a high-end cardstock unless my nieces are coming, and then I use a more budget-friendly pencil for them. Now I'm going to blend all the skin in together. See, it actually comes out looking lighter on camera than darker on camera. So now I'm going to use my light peach. Don't worry about the light peach because I have plenty of those. Now, if they ever got rid of the light peach on Prismacolor, I'd be very upset because I love that. I love the way this blends. I love the way it works. See, on camera, this looks so different than it does. And I really learned how to use my Prismacolors by watching people and how they did it online themselves. Watched other YouTubers too, and how they use the lighter touch. The thing is that some pencils are harder than others, and some pencils are lighter. The one colored pencil that I always had a hard time using was my Tombow Irritants. And Spectrum Noir came out with a brand of pencils, and I tell you, they look just like my Tombow Irritants did. See? Hello, Molly. How are you? So then we're going to do. I know a lot of you haven't seen the. I'm going to make these pink, and I'm going to make this a light pink. So don't worry about the flowers and what color we make it. We are coloring from Age of Elegance. I put the link down where you can purchase it because you can't buy this anymore as a only as a PDF now. So I put the link down just in case anybody wants to buy that. So today we are using the Prismas, Black Widow pencils, and Color pastels. And I tell you, the Color pastels are very good. Like if you don't want to spend a fortune on pastels, they're very good dupe. For they're really good budget friendly dupe for the whole line pastels. And someone asked me, what are the most expensive pencils right now? And I go, I wouldn't really know, but people are telling me right now the most expensive pencils are the 100 set of Luminance. I only have 76. I don't have the rough runners. I don't even own any booth runners. I know a lot of people like them. No, I actually gave my Tombow Irritants away to somebody who likes a harder, thinner pencil. I'll not say who that is because I am not a. I was no. They don't get me wrong. They're a good pencil, but the problem is they were too hard for me. They started to be too hard for my hands. You see that these three brands work really well. Artist, budget friendly, budget friendly. But I budget the one thing I find that I have to have when I work with any color pencil is that Prismacolor light peach pencil, especially when I'm with skin tone. There are other things that can dupe it, but that is personally my favorite. And this is a Color Pastels, and they came in 50. So, do you like the blue runners, Michelle? Because I know a lot of people like them. Oh, I missed the pink flower. I know a lot of people like them, so. So this is the shell pink. And I think I bought these when they were on sale for a very good price. I think, what were they, like $20, $25 for them? Or maybe they were $18. I can't remember. It's sometimes hard to remember everything you purchase. Yeah. We have an idea what we like to color, what we don't like to cover. I've decided that I'm not going to put backgrounds in this book because I think the other picture I did, like, was this one, and I didn't put a background on it. I've decided, like, for this book, I think the pictures themselves are so pretty that they don't need a background. Like, if anybody's wondering what else is in this book, like, I'm not going to get the Halloween compendium from Color in Heaven because I've seen all those before in the other magazines, and I just didn't like that. You know, plus I also have to be creative of what I'm buying so I can, you know, make the most of my space, because my space is limited here, you know. I kept saying books when I did it, and I gave away a lot of books. I also gave a lot of books away to my nieces, which, by the way, they really love those books. But I tell you, the way they color is like, you know, when children color, they don't color the way an adult colors. Interesting to see that in a way for me, because I'm not used to seeing kids color that way, I guess. Purplish haze. The Cobras right now, the only set of Black Widows that I happen to have. I bought another set of. So you see the colors are just pretty like that. You know, everybody has their own favorite sets of pastels. You know, I really like the whole buying pastel colors a lot. I'm really, really happy you guys all are here today because I was like, oh, nobody's going to come. It's going to be too early. You know, and I'm kind of liking that the weather is a little cooler today. You know, I'm really happy about that. I know everybody's like purple. It's not really a color that, you know, you're used to seeing me do. So, see, when I'm done with this, I have to dump out this half mat. Look how much is in this half mat. You have to remember the Black Widows are black wood. I tell you, my half mat and my swordfish are the only two sharpeners that I've seen that do a really good job with the Black Widows. Because if I try to use the little tiny sharpeners on them, they don't work as well. How many of you saw the $100 sharpener from Karen Dash? I don't know about you, but spending $100 on a on a hand crank pencil sharpener seems a little insane to me. Yes, the sounds of nature. Remember, I got all kinds of wildlife here. I've got squirrels, bunnies where I live, and we even have what do we have? Oh yes, we have coyotes come here. Well, people rave about this sharpener. Yeah, go to Amazon and go to Karen Dash and then go to hand crank. Oh, they must be cutting. The workers must be cutting and cutting something. You can probably hear this drill. I know, you guys are like 2 streams in a month. And I only do the streams when I have a day off and I have time to do it. You know, otherwise I wouldn't have the time to do it. I know, it for $100, it better be like made of gold or something. And people say like this is like the best one because you can adjust the sharpness of it. You can easily get your blades. You can replace your blades. Everything that's wrong is not wrong with this one. I'm sorry, but for $100, I would rather buy 2 or 3 sets of Black Widows for that price. You see how the purple is? I like that the purple is showing the pink flowers. It's not over. Like, you know, they're popping because this is a darker color. Thought this was going to be a lighter color. Actually, I should have picked a lighter purple, but pencils are supposed to be used, in my opinion. I'm not even going too hard on this one. Keep that in mind. The thing about the Black Widow, some people say, oh, I don't like them because they break too easily like Christmas. The thing is, these are Blackwood pencil, number one. Number two, they're thin like the pencils, like the Princess. Remember, different pencils you hold differently. Like the thing that I like about Holbein's and polychromos is that they're thicker and I can use a harder pressure point. But when I use something like this or a Prisma, I have to go lighter with it because of the way the pencils are made. So that impacts how you color on them. You know, I have difficulties using my Prismas at first. And once you get used to using them and understanding how they work, you can do a lot of things with them. You can also blend them, mix them with other pencils. So you see how nice that is? That in, do some skin tone, do some work on this one. This has been one of my favorite. These are like some of my favorite sets to use because they don't, as you guys can probably tell. See, this is where, no. It's that dragon set. Looking for that nice pink. I saw a nice pink in one of the other sets. Bubblegum. Never mind that. That means I'm doing maintenance and doing the trees here. That noise that you just heard. The pencils can all be bought on Amazon. The Prismas too, but the Colors and the Black Widow pencils can be bought on Amazon. If you're looking for Prismas, I recommend going to Blix, Jerry's Art Rammer to get them instead of Amazon. But Amazon, if you want to buy the small sets or you want to buy big set. But if you want to buy open stock, my recommendation is to go to Blix. Sometimes Michael's will have open stock of Prismas if you're lucky. I have not managed to get to Hobby Lobby here because I always have another store that my mother wants to go to in that plaza. So we get around, even though we don't have a car here. You really do need a car most of the time, but sometimes we'll go out once a month and do some shopping. We've also joined a book club. Done that really nicely. This is coming out looking like a purple. It really is like a purplish pink. For book club, we're reading The German Wife by Kelly Renner. It's about how two women come from different sides. One is a collaborator and one was not a collaborator and suffered greatly under the Germans, while one collaborated. And then her husband got accepted to, what they did in the 1950s is they took a lot of those German scientists and used them in America when they did it as part of a program. It was an actual real life program. And they used those German scientists to advance America's own scientific programs. Yeah, there is an actual evidence that our government, the U.S. government, brought former Nazi scientists and engineers here to the U.S. to help advance our science in many different fields. Aeronautics, nuclear warfare, radioactive. I'm only like so far, and it's pretty good. The book that I'm not reading is an old arc that I have from a few years ago called Rule, and that's a young adult book that I'm reading for my own pleasure. It's about 3 young women who find out that their father was the king. They're all illegitimate, but the legitimate king's son dies, leaving him with no legitimate heir. So then he has to call on these 3 daughters, and they're kind of all competing for the same spot. Only one of them will be chosen as the king's heir. So it's a really interesting book, that one. So we have finished this book. We have finished, I don't mean we finished the book. We have finished this picture. Yay! So we used Black Widows. This is the case I use my Black Widows. My niece liked this case because it was purple. Yeah, this is what I keep my Black Widows in. So as you can see, the regular Black Widows, the Scorpions, then the Cobras, the light skin tones, the dark skin tones, then the Monarchs, then the Dragons, and these are the duplicate Cobra set. So I can probably fit another set in here for duplicates. So that's what we did there. Then in this one is where I keep the colors, the color pastels, if you can see. There's only 50 of them, so it's not a lot. So that's what I keep that in. So that's what I do for that one. So then we also use our Prismas. So as you guys can tell, I really go through my Prismas very, very big time. So then these are some duplicates, but these are colors that I constantly use and have to reuse. So these are just all some duplicates, but I have more duplicates myself, but I just like to. And then we always have one of these around. Whenever I'm working, I have one of these around. So this is from this picture is from Age of Elegance by Ellie Marks. You can purchase this book via Etsy as a PDF. She no longer sells the print version or the spiral bound version, so I like that. So I hope you guys all have enjoyed this. Remember to give this video a thumbs up. So I hope you all have enjoyed this video. And remember, stay safe, stay healthy. And remember to wash your hands, social distance if you're still dealing with COVID restrictions, etc. None of us want to get COVID. None of us want to get the. Stay safe, hug your loved ones, and everybody enjoy the rest of your day /weekend. Hopefully I can come back on another I'm hoping I can come back on probably sometime next week. Hopefully before the 30th, I can do another stream, but I'm not saying anything because I don't know when I'll come on. Stay safe, stay wonderful. Have a great rest of the day and afternoon. Bye.